Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We're so happy you could join us. So we're going to get started. Since it's 10 now, we'll wait for some more people to just come in. But while we wait, there are some Zoom housekeeping matters. We want to ask you to please rename yourself with your major, either HDE or CRD. Some of our peer advisors have already done this, if you can see in the participant list. So at the end of your name, if you can just bracket either HDE or CRD, that would be great. We just want to know how many of our majors are joining us.
I'm not actually sure how to do that.
So that is done by, if you click on the participants list, you will be able to see your name. And then if you go to more, there's an option to rename. More is at the, I see a lot of you are able to do it. Very good. Okay. I will make this announcement again towards the middle of one of our presentations. And we want to know from where you're joining us this morning. So we have a poll that I'm sending in the chat with the link. Please respond. Oops. It is sent. From where are you joining us? It's pollev.com. I'm seeing a lot from California. So as people are coming in, we are starting off with a poll to find out where you're from. If you can respond to the link I'm sending in the chat box, that would be great. Please rename yourself to include your major. And then we have the next poll. We want to find out what you'll be doing with your major after you're done with your undergrad here at UC Davis. So this is the second poll. First poll, we have many from all over the US. I'll be sharing the results soon. Okay, the second poll, getting responses that people aren't able to access the second poll. What about this one? Here we go. Okay, we're seeing therapist, practitioner, nurse. Okay, while that's happening, let's take a look at our responses. So the first one, we have many from all over the US, some in the Arctic Ocean, Europe, Africa, China. Welcome, welcome. And let's see the next one. Wow, we have a really nice variety. Social, therapist, school, government, a lot of therapy, counseling, unsure, that's okay. College is the time to find out. Nonprofit organizations. We see a lot of counseling, psychology, community, clinical. This is great. You're in the right major for all these things. Pediatrician, health professions. This is awesome. Children, help. This is great. Okay, thank you for all of your responses. So we know what you and your peers will be doing. A lot of you have similar goals. Okay, so we'll get started with, since it's already 10:06, we'll get started with introductions to our advising office. You'll be meeting all of our staff. We'll be starting off with Galina, if you can begin and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Hi, sorry. Hi, I'm Galina. I see there are many students with whom I had advice and appointment, Zoom advice and appointment during some orientations. It is so nice to see you here today. Thank you for joining our fall orientation. A little bit about me. I work in the human community development, at human ecology department in my current position for more than 13 years. I'm academic advisor and advise in both human development and community and regional development majors. Also, I'm a supervisor for HCD Advising Center. I enjoy working with students, faculty, and staff. I love my job and feel very lucky that I have the great opportunity to help students to grow personally and professionally, guiding and coaching them through their career at UC Davis. In my free time, I love to support our community and involved in different community building volunteer activities. I love animals, gardening, and crystals. I have 2 cats, and I hope they will not be mewing during this orientation. They did during practice. My office is always open for students. Please feel free to come by my office to ask questions or chat with me when we are back on campus. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to Community and Regional Development and Human Development. I am Jana Kreza, academic advisor, and I'm very passionate with academic advising and love working with the students. Same as Galina, many of you already met me before registration period during this summer freshman and transfer orientation. But a little bit about me. I'm in higher education since 2002. Last 5 years, I'm here at UC Davis at human ecology in academic advising. But before that, I was in the graduate school of psychology in the Bay Area, also admission and academic advising. Before that, I was working for Notre Dame de Namur University, also in the psychology department. My educational background, I have a bachelor degree in political science, and my master degree is MBA, Master of Business Administration. In my free time, I'm a photographer for many, many years, and also I'm a member of a mineral society here in the area. So in my free time, I'm photographing and hunting rocks. I just want to say that as your academic advisor, I'm here for you to help you, support you, and guide you through your academic journey. And if we don't answer all your questions today, don't worry. Your advising team will be every Thursday morning at our Zoom drop-in, so you can ask all your questions, save your question for that time. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Crotty. I'm the CRD and HDE Internship Coordinator. And at some point before you graduate, you'll be meeting with me either in person or in a group setting to plan and obtain final approvals for your internship units for the major, or if you're a human development student, for your practicum course participation. A little bit about me. I have 20 years experience as a program coordinator in various settings, including K through 12 public and private education, in medical education, and as well as undergraduate education, where I've been working here for the past 8.5 years, about 6 of which I've been the internship coordinator. Personally, I live in Sacramento. I ride public transportation every day I'm on campus to and from Sacramento. And it might be something that you are interested in taking as well if you live in Sacramento or could connect from Sacramento. It's called the Causeway Connection, and it's free for students to ride. So if you have questions about that, or you might be interested in taking that, ask me and I'll be happy to share with you what I know. I married my childhood sweetheart. I have an adult son and a yellow lab named Ellie. I love spending time with my family, as well as participating in my community in various community building efforts and events. I love listening to live music and playing sports. And a fun fact about me is I really like bugs. So I tend to be naturally our office's bug catcher. Come meet with me about internships and practicum. I absolutely love my job, and I love helping you explore what you might want to do as a career when you leave UC Davis. And I will be speaking with you in just another minute or two more about internships and practicum. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Pa. I'm the advising assistant in the office. I'm the first person you'd see at the front desk if you were to visit us in our advising office at Hart Hall. All of you have received my emails asking and reminding you to do this and that since way back in June. Thank you for all of your responses and joining us today. I promise you'll hear more from me through the emails. So look forward to that. And I look forward to helping and supporting you through your time here at UC Davis to get through to your majors in the program. So a little bit personal information about me. My name is Burmese. It's from the country Myanmar/Burma. It's somewhere in Southeast Asia. If interested, you can look it up. I'm UCD alum. I study linguistics and psychology. In my spare time, I enjoy exploring and learning different foreign languages. I've dabbled in up to about 7 now, but I'm by no means proficient in all of them. I can get by with some greetings and finding out where the food is, because food is important. You need to know where and what to eat. Anyway, I picked up the guitar as my quarantine hobby. I hope some of you found some fun things to do as I found guitar. And recently I was encouraged/challenged by a friend to visit all the national parks in the US within the next decade. So that's where I'm going. Okay, that's enough about me, Hunter.
Hi, everyone. My name is Hunter Lazar, and I'm one of the HDE peer advisors. I've actually been with the office for the last year, which was actually my last year at Davis. I guess I'm a UCD alum as well. I recently finished this last summer session, so I'm a recent graduate. I am pre-health and I've gone on study abroad. So if you have any questions about like those experiences or kind of how I managed doing science courses and HD courses at the same time, like feel free to ask me. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and talk to you about that. A little bit about me, I'm from SoCal. I went to the same school for 13 years, so that was a big jump to go to UC Davis. But I have a Great Dane, and my quarantine hobby has been baking and watching Netflix.
Hi, everyone. My name is Darcy, and I'm a new Human Development Peer Advisor for this upcoming school year.
Okay.
I'm currently majoring in Human Development and minoring in Public Health. I'm also the president of the Special Olympics Club on campus, and I have so much fun hosting weekly Zoom exercise classes. In my free time, I love to cook and run. And in quarantine, I actually got scuba diving certified, so that was really fun. Professionally, I'm on the pre-nursing track, and I'm actually submitting my nursing applications right now. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to provide guidance with any questions about the major, being pre-nursing, or just exploring opportunities in general.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaylani. I'm also a new peer advisor this coming school year. I'm a second year transfer student and a human development major with a minor in psychology. On campus, I can also be found as the outreach coordinator for the Human Development Club, and then I'm also a research assistant. During quarantine, some of my favorite activities have been cooking and growing plants. So if you're interested in getting involved on campus or need any academic help, please feel free to come visit me during my office hours.
Hi everyone, my name is Rowan. I'm a fourth year human development major pursuing a minor in psychology. I will be working closely with Rachel as her internship coordinator assistant, but I'll also be doing some peer advising here and there. So I'm excited to see you all. In addition to advising, I'm a programming coordinator for our on-campus UC Davis mental health initiative. During this upcoming school year, you can expect to receive weekly newsletters from Rachel and I, filled with exciting opportunities for you to explore and enhance your experience at UC Davis.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Hovda and I'm the CRD peer advisor. This will be my second year serving as the CRD peer advisor. I'm a fourth year community and regional development major with a minor in sustainability in the built environment, which is a mouthful. I am interested in the environmental and urban planning aspects of community development. I've studied abroad with our program, which isn't really an option right now, but I would be happy to talk with you about that process and that experience if you're interested in studying abroad someday. If you have any questions about the major, requirements, classes, being a peer advisor, or anything like that, you can email me and I would be happy to meet with you via Zoom.
Okay, excuse me. So next, you will be hearing from our internship coordinator, Rachel Crotty.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to share my screen here. Bear with me just a minute.
No problem, Rachel. While you do that, I'm going to ask all of our students if you can please rename yourself and include either HDE or CRD as your major at the end of your name. That would be great. Thank you so much.
Okay, hi again, everyone. I'm Rachel Crotty, the internship coordinator for CRD and HDE. And we're gonna spend just a couple of minutes talking a little bit, scratching the surface of internship and practicum. So each of our majors requires an internship or a practicum. It's experiential learning, and we'll get into that in a minute. On screen now is my contact information, my phone number, which is still current right now. So if you ever need to reach out and call me, you can call me even though we're working from home. My email address is here. I do receive a lot of emails. So if you have a quick question, the fastest way to reach me is usually by phone. You can meet with me in person, well, when we get back to campus, but right now you can meet with me by phone or through Zoom by self-scheduling an appointment in your Oasis. When we're back on campus, you can find me in Hart Hall in 1303 in the Advising Center. So you may not come in, when you come into the office, you may not see me, you may see Pa, and then I'm hidden in the corner. But if you have an in-person meeting with me, then of course you'll be able to see me there. As I mentioned, both of our majors require experiential learning. For CRD, you must complete 4 units of CRD 192, which will be during your junior or senior year. For current transfer students right now attending this meeting, you'll most likely complete your internship requirement next year in your senior year. For human development majors, you must complete what's called a practicum course. I'll get into that in a little bit about what that is, but we have 4 practicums that we offer in a typical year. This year looks a little different because of COVID-19, but you will likely take your practicum your junior year or senior year starting next year. So remember, CRD majors, it's internship, HDE majors, it's practicum. So the CRD internship requirement is 4 units of CRD 192. You must be an upper division standing, have taken relevant coursework to serve as your prerequisite. For 4 units, you must complete 120 hours of internship in various professional settings. And along with that is an academic assignment that your faculty will give you. Internships 4 units requires pre-approval. So that's pre-approval by me and final approval by your faculty. Oops. And details about the CRD internship can be found on our CRD internship webpage. If you Google UC Davis CRD internship, it'll take you right there. The human development practicum requirement is 1 practicum. So that's either 140L, 141, 142, or 143 for a minimum of 4 units. You must also be an upper division standing and taken the associated prerequisite course for that practicum. It includes an on-campus classroom component, or this year, the on-campus classroom component is done through Zoom. There are a minimum of 60 field site hours in a professional setting, which will be relevant to the course's topic. There's a special request process the quarter before the practicum is offered, so you will not be registering in Schedule Builder along with your normal pastime courses. The process is done through me. So whenever you plan on taking your practicum, you first come through me. And more details about the practicum, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time because things keep popping up on my screen, blocking my view. More details about the Human Development Practicum can be found on our website. If you Google UC Davis HDE Practicum, you'll find more about that, as well as internship options for HDE majors. So searching for an internship. You have many resources, just a few to get you started. The UC Davis Internship and Career Center, also known as the ICC. They have the program Handshake, which you may be familiar with by now. They also offer the HRI system, which is the health resources internships. That's not right. Health related internships. It's an online job and internship search tool. Also, quarterly internship and career fairs they offer. Through our website and through me as your internship coordinator. And then as Rowan mentioned earlier, we have our newsletter that we try to produce weekly during the academic year. So read your listserv emails. Galina and Pa sends academic information. Jana sends research opportunities. Rowan and I send you the weekly newsletter, and that newsletter includes internships, jobs for career and student, practicum request information, deadline reminders, and events that may appeal to our majors. If anyone has any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat section, and I'll be happy to answer those. Okay, if we don't have any questions, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Pa. And just a quick snapshot, here's my contact information again, and you can find me on the website or through Oasis. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. So since we currently don't have any questions right now, we have a designated Q&A session at the very end of all our presentations. If anything comes up, feel free to send it out in chat at any time. We will be addressing them at the end also. So now I have a poll for you. I would like to know how familiar you are with the student health and counseling services. So if you can, please respond to the poll. This poll is completely anonymous. You don't, let's see how the answers are. Oh, I'm loving the instant response rate. You guys are fast. Okay, we have a lot of somewhat familiars, not familiar, very familiar, a few, very good. So the student health and counseling services, it's our health center. Let me share this. Okay. So we want to make sure you're thoroughly informed and aware of the help and the resources available to you during your time here, and especially for your academic success and your overall well-being. It is very important that you know the resources and the services available at SHCS. Many times in our college career, we'll find ourselves lost, confused, overwhelmed, stressed, all sorts of things at different points. So I'm sure even as high school or even community college, you felt this kind of situation. You just need a little help sometimes. So we want to let you know that this is not the normal experience at a university level. It can be really overwhelming. So please do seek the help. The student health and counseling services available for you for your physical well-being. Our counseling services are available to all our students, regardless of your insurance coverage. The advisors there are awesome. They're very welcoming. They love helping students. So why would you seek help? So we think counseling is only for a designated mental illness or something really serious, but that is not the case. They are lending ears for every situation you go through. So please reach out to them. This is a list of all the situations you may be needing help and seeking counseling. And this counseling doesn't mean you are seeking help for, again, something very extremely serious, although it can be. And the next slide will show you the various situations and environments where we find ourselves unable to get through to school, through life, through anything. So this is that. And since a lot of you are already pretty familiar with the student health and counseling services, they help, they're the medical and counseling center. So overall, your physical well-being, there's a health clinic there, there's an optometry there. You can go for any checkups, your shots, your immunization. Again, back to all the counseling. They're on Orchard Road, the Student Health Center, and then there's also a North Hall if the school is open. But currently for the fall, this is all the information. This information is very useful. To visit their website, they have all kinds of information available for you, and advisors are available for individual or group counseling. You can call the front desk. So there is always a lending ear for you on campus, no matter what you're going through. So please don't suffer alone. These are qualified, trained, very helpful and awesome group of counselors and staff available to help you. Okay, so that's about it for student health and counseling services. So please get the help you need. We really encourage you to be helped and supported in every way you can. And there's additional information about academic assistance and tutoring services from our guest speaker, Kevin Sitz. Kevin, thank you for joining us. If you're ready, would you like to share your screen?
Oh, yep, sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. So let's see, I'm just setting up the screen share here. Okay, I'm just going to presentation mode. All right, so good morning, everybody. It's great to be with you. Again, my name is Kevin Sitz, and I'm the director of the Writing Support Center within the Academic Assistance and Tutoring Centers. So this morning, I'm going to go through a little bit of what we have to offer for you in terms of AATC. And like you see on the first slide here, I want to help you find AATC near you. And really, we're just, on the other side of your laptop screen there. So while I've introduced myself, my colleagues in the leadership team are Carol Hunter, she's our executive director. We also have Inez Anders, she's the director of tutoring services, and we have Sarah Hawks, and she's the director of the Math and Science Support Center in AATC. So the good news I want to share to everybody is that our department is going to be offering a full range of services using remote technology during the 2020 through 2021 school year. So we're going to have synchronous, which means it's happening in real time, as well as asynchronous, which means that maybe you'll watch a video or do something on your own time, and we'll have both of those options available to students in the coming fall. So just some other data points on the slide here to share with you is 90% of students say that they agree or strongly agree that they're more confident, comfortable with their assignments because they came and saw us, and in a way it's really great that we're right after the student health and counseling slides and presentation, because that's important for your mental wellness and physical wellness, and students report a lot of academic stress. So we're happy to report that when students come see us, they feel more confident after coming and working with us. In terms of spring, we moved all online very quickly, as I'm sure many of you did in your schooling, and we had over 15,000 visits for our different services across writing, math, and science. And finally, the last thing I'll just point out is 98% of students that we survey said they'd recommend student services to their friends. So that's also something to keep in mind, that it's a service that students really enjoy, and they try to encourage their friends to come and study with us too. So I figure first what I'll do is start off with the STEM Plus courses, as well as get into the writing in a moment. So for STEM classes, for those of you taking math, chemistry, physics, we've got online, synchronous, or real-time support from specialists who have advanced degrees in their subjects. So throughout the presentation, I'll be referring to specialists or tutors, and that's really just our way of differentiating between specialists. All have master's or doctoral degrees. They're staff members here at the university who work 5 days a week to provide academic support to you. And then we also have peer undergraduate tutors available as well. But anyway, in addition to that real-time support, the math, chemistry, and physics folks have curated some course-specific videos, handouts, and practice problems that are specific to the UC Davis way of doing things. Because sure, we could do a quick YouTube search, how do I solve this equation, or walk me through this derivative, or things like that. But our group has found the very specific ways that probably parallel your class. So then we also have tutoring for biology, chemistry, economics, engineering, math, physics, and statistics. And you can schedule a 30-minute appointment with a highly trained peer tutor. And I definitely emphasize the highly trained. They go through a 1-unit training class usually in their first or second quarter. And anyway, they've taken these classes before, and they're here to help you walk through the material. So then that's a little bit about the team, but why? Why come and use us? So again, this comes from, we've asked students, why do you come in and see us? And students report that they're able to stay on track in a fast-paced quarter. The quarter system, as you've probably heard, just moves so quickly. So scheduling tutoring or specialist time or going to one of those workshops weekly is a way to kind of slow down the pace of the quarter, or at least make it feel manageable, because there's lecture, there's discussion, but then, okay, I can also fit a tutoring session into my schedule too. Students report that they do better in their classes thanks to coming in and accessing academic support. In those 30-minute appointments, you get individualized practice. You get to ask your specific question. I know when Sarah, who directs the Math and Science Support Center, is here, she usually talks about how you might be in a Zoom call with 80, 90, 200 other students. So it's great to be able to sit down one-on-one with a tutor and really ask some of those questions, maybe even game plan a little bit before going back to office hours is one of our hopes too. Students also said they get clarity if they miss something in lecture, and they feel like they learn more than if they just attend lecture. They're able to go a little deeper in the material and at the end of the day, gain that confidence in the subject. So we'll move now into my area. Again, I lead the Writing Support Center in our Academic Assistance and Tutoring Centers. So we have a couple services available to you in the fall. So we have workshops that we provide. So we're going to do online workshops on Zoom. One of our key partners is the UC Davis Library. So coming up in a month or two, excuse me, we'll be doing a how to avoid plagiarism and how to do citations workshop at the with the UC Davis Library. So check that out if you're interested in kind of how APA, MLA, Chicago style, how those things work. Writing specialists also facilitate first-year Aggie connections and first-year seminars. So right now we have a first-year seminar going with a faculty member in biology about how to write for a non-expert audience for science, meaning like how do you describe your findings to the world. So that's good stuff to look for. The majority of what we'll be offering to you for the fall is tutoring for writing in any subject. And it's so great, again, to be with you all as HDE and CRD majors. Those are two of our highest sending majors in terms of those upper div classes or intro classes. So we've served a lot of students in those majors over the years. And you can schedule an appointment with tutors and specialists in advance for a 30-minute appointment on Zoom, just like this. With the tutor, they'll go for 30 minutes. For the specialist, we can go about 45, maybe even up to 50 minutes to talk through your writing again in any subject. So it might be that general education history class, or it might be a lab report, or it might even be a scholarship application too. We're able to help with those. So then what do students get out of this? What's in it for you? Well, we know that professors have really high expectations for you here at the university, and we're here to help you meet those expectations. We also know from the surveys that we've asked students that they report growth as writers, as well as they feel like their paper is stronger. And just like with the other tutoring services, we're here to keep you on track. So if you know already tomorrow, or if you've already looked through Canvas and you see your syllabus and you've got a prompt coming up due for the midterm, it's never too early to schedule an appointment. Our appointment's actually open tomorrow on the first day of school. So you can come in with the prompt and we can game plan how to brainstorm together. We can serve you at any stage of the writing process, from when you get that prompt all the way to towards the end when you're really just kind of polishing the sentences and anything in between. So we really aim to be sympathetic readers. We're not there to mark on your paper or things like that, but just let you know as an educated reader, here's what's coming across to me. Is that the signal that you're intending to send? So I see there's a few questions potentially popping up in the chat there. I think we're all kind of wrap up for now. This is a great, moment that if you have your phone handy or if you've got that web browser open, I would absolutely bookmark this page. This is going to be, I think, one of your go-to spots during your time here at Davis. Our main website is tutoring.ucdavis.edu. Again, tutoring.ucdavis.edu. You see just like how it has on the screen capture there, we have our different subjects, we have our different delivery methods are listed on the website. So even if you walk away from today and you go, I remember Kevin mentioned there was some help in classes. I wonder if it's one of my classes. You just go to the website and you can check out all the different things that we have to offer. So I will go ahead and stop my screen share there, so it's a little easier for me to see the chat in case there's questions coming up. Okay, so it looks
Evan, yeah, I don't think we have any any questions in chat for you at this time, but you gave some really great resources and ways to contact you. So students, if you do have questions, please reach out to the Tutoring Center.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining us. Next, we have our guest from the education program, Tracy. She'll be sharing us about the education credentials, master's, and minor programs.
Thanks, everyone. I'm going to be sharing in just a moment. Having some fun here. I'm so glad to be with you all today. It's one of my favorite events. Again, my name's Tracy. I'm the advisor for the minor and our credential MA programs here at the School of Ed. I want to talk about why you might consider just exploring education as a field, as a minor to add to your awesome major, and to also consider graduate programs. I will not lie, the last 6 months have been a complete torment and turmoil with everything changing. And one of the largest changes was just the impact of COVID on our lives, and especially in education. So even more so, minoring in education, you're really going to learn about schooling and the impacts of different things on development of schooling and resources that are attributed to different school districts and different learners. We're all students, but by minoring in education, you're really looking critically at the field and learning a lot more about it. We have really amazing faculty. I got to see them all this morning. We're having our retreat. And again, I'm really reminded about their passion, their commitment, and their wide range of experience in so many different aspects. And they share that in their undergraduate classes. And you will be exposed to theory and practice. And that's really important as you're developing potentially thoughts about going into graduate programs. Here at Davis, we have our credential masters to teach in the public school. We also offer a PhD in education and an EDD, which is also known as Candel. That's a leadership education doctorate that you need to have some specific work experience. So we have superintendents and college presidents and folks even on campus who are staff advisors and center directors who pursue that program. So I want you to be aware that there's lots of different programs that you can consider for graduate work in education, building upon your human development and community and regional development majors. There's so much that you can gain. These are just some of the gains that we've explored with and understood from past students. We're learning about the differences between public and private education and the concerns and issues. I'm a mom. I have a 10th grader and an 8th grader. They are online distance learning experts. I'm so impressed, and they've pivoted since last March. But I also see the issues and some of the problems that it creates. I mean, we're all isolated. We're not with our friends and our staff and our fellow teachers. And that's really interesting to understand and contextualize, and our faculty are talking about that. You definitely can become an advocate for learning communities. You're working towards definitely building a foundation if you want to go into graduate work. And some of the prerequisites for our credential MA program are part of the minor. It's not a super long minor, it's 20 units. It has required core classes. The first one's 100, it's an introduction class. The second is 110, which is an educational psychology class. And the third is 120, it's a capstone course really reviewing what you've learned in 100 and 110. And delving even deeper and asking about education's role in society and philosophically its role. And that's really a hot topic right now. People have really strong feelings about education, especially with COVID. So those 3 core classes provide everyone a foundation in the field with research and with policy and shared language, i.e. jargon, so that you can then choose 8 units from a long list of approved electives. The electives are both inside education, really specific topic titles to really grasp your interest. And also we have electives that are approved that are outside of education. They're about education, but they're offered from different majors. You're gaining different engagements with different faculty and different perspectives. We are the largest minor on campus. We have a lot of human development majors, yay, who also minor in education. And one really cool thing about that is you get to overlap one course between a major and a minor, an approved course. I always say double check with your human development major advisors just so that they know that you're minoring in education and that they can designate which class they're going to overlap. Tends to be Ed 110, it can be Ed 120, it can be maybe another course, but that's great. It's one class that serves you both in the major and the minor. Here at Davis, you submit a petition form. It's all online, it used to be on paper, and you had to run around campus, and that's so nice that that's over and done with, especially now. But you find your online petition in your My UC Davis webpage in Oasis, and you have to show that you're registered and are completed with all of your classes. We want to see all 20 units laid out. So you can't submit a petition while you're on a wait list. You need to actually be in the class. You need to wait until you've registered for a class. You don't want to submit a petition, oh, next quarter or in 2 quarters I plan to take. Just wait, get registered for all the classes, and then submit your minor petition. We review that, your department reviews it, and then your college. Wanted you to know that we have fieldwork opportunities in the minor, similar to what Rachel had talked about in the major, which is so great. You know, actually engaging and being in spaces, working with learners, being in settings where you're putting your learning to practice. COVID has impacted that. Ed 100 usually has an in-person 30-hour fieldwork experience locally, usually in the Davis area. Right now, more so that's an online experience. So I always say, attend Ed 100 and see what our faculty talk about and guide you with regarding the fieldwork. And lots of times you're going to be directed to our Internship and Career Center, our wonderful ICC, to locate opportunities that you can utilize towards your Ed 100 class. This is also part of our Credential MA program. It's a prerequisite this year only. We've waived it due to the fact that it's really hard for people to gain access to the school sites because schools are closed. So as soon as things are opening up and it's safe, we'll start to see a return to a new normal, but a normal as normal as possible, where you get to be in person with folks. A lot of people really love their Ed 100 experience and want to continue. So we offer at the School of Education a Ed 192 internship class. Again, COVID's impacted right now, but there are different types of projects that you can talk with a faculty member, School of Ed faculty member, and you can gain units. It can be in a school setting, it can be working on a project. There's a lot of different ways that you can earn these internship units. We have a contract form that when we're at school is in my office. Right now, if you're at all interested, I happily will send it to you via email. And I just showed you that to earn 1 unit, over the course of 10 weeks, you need to be thinking that you'll be planning about 3 hours per week to equal 30 hours for the whole quarter. Some people want to do a 2-unit internship. You'll see that you need to, of course, work longer hours and meet with faculty to equal 60. We don't usually approve Ed 192s for 3 units. It's just a lot of time. I wanted you to be aware of that, as well as research opportunities, and our faculty are actively doing research, conducting interesting research. We have centers on campuses. So when you're in our undergrad core classes, you start to connect with our faculty and learn about what they're working on. And you might be invited to be a part of an Ed 198 so that you can earn units towards the minor and work on projects with faculty. We have a beta lab, which is a maker's lab. We have a diversity lab. We have a development language lab. We have children with learning disability lab. So there's a lot of different projects that faculty oversee, and students work as teams and earn units. Again, we need that contract on file. It has to be a School of Ed faculty member who's overseeing this research opportunity. And that breakdown, again, is based on how many units you'd like to earn over the course of the 10-week quarter. You need to submit the contract no later than the 7th day of instruction. School started yesterday. A lot of you aren't ready for this, but just keep that in mind, and you can always email me if you have any questions at all. But wanted you to be aware of both the 192 and the 198 opportunities. The minor can prepare you for so many careers. Again, you're pairing it with your major. It gives you some amazing soft skills of public speaking, organizational skills, presentation skills, collaboration. That's all win-win. So pairing your major with the education minor, these are just some of the settings that our students have gone into. There's more, which is awesome. But think about how the minor might be able to really enhance and enrich your experience at Davis and lead you on a career pathway that is really amazing. We have a wonderful School of Education community. Right now it's remote, but we're certainly looking forward to it becoming more back to in person. So if you go on our website, you can learn about our research, all of our faculty's areas of expertise. They have a lot, all about our cool centers. We have a student group. It's called the SCTA, Student California Teacher Association. They're going to be active. They haven't given me the fall meeting Zoom link or the date and time. Last year was Tuesdays from 5 to 6. So we'll see what it's like, but they're definitely going to have a remote experience of right now. They want to continue to engage with students and grow and learn and be a resource. We have a school magazine called The Catalyst. It's available on our website in electronic format. We definitely have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram presence. We aren't doing tons of events right now and lectures, but we do have on our events page a recent Zoom that was done in conjunction with several of our faculty and Yolo County Ed Department representatives about inequities in education. It's phenomenal. We have a Transformative Justice Center. Doctors Maisha Wynn and Lawrence Torrey Wynn are the directors. They're doing remarkable work. So check out our centers and our events on the website. And at your leisure, please watch that Zoom. It's recorded and the link is available. We have a great alumni network. We're always trying to connect students with our alums. They're out in education. They are a wealth of knowledge and they're very supportive of our undergrads and graduate programs. So that's a wonderful part of our community. And I'm mentioning the website. If you just look up education.ucdavis.edu, you'll get on the main website. Look under academic programs, you'll find the minor, specific minor information. It has a lot of information, lists all of the approved classes for electives, has my email. I'm doing drop-in advising on Thursdays from 2 to 2:45, and I'm also available via Zoom for one-on-one. So there's my email, tafalk@ucdavis.edu. We also have our general email. Either one, you're going to get a hold of me. I'm available. Right now, I can utilize my phone, but email is much better because I'm working from home. This beautiful arboretum is at Davis, but it is not actually where I am. I'm at home. But I just want you to know I'm here. So happy that you're here. Welcome to Davis. So glad you're thinking about the minor, considering it. Really just want to send out kudos to everybody as we are Zooming and learning about how to continue to be remote. One day we'll be back on campus. Our location is room 261. We're by the Olson Hall. And we are here Monday through Fridays from 10 to 5 remotely, same hours. And again, I'm super happy to meet with you. to answer any and all of your questions, and just have an awesome day.
Thank you, Tracy. As I mentioned in chat, if anyone does have any questions for Tracy regarding education minor or in higher education, pursuing credential or whatnot, put that in chat. And we do have one question right now for you, Tracy. Brenda wants to know how to get her minor in higher education. Is there something like that? It's just a minor in education?
We don't have a minor in higher education, although definitely you'll want to consider taking EDU. Oops, I typed a small U, it should be a capital, but EDU 130 is issue in higher education. That's one of our approved electives. And we definitely have faculty who are working on higher ed issues. One is our wheelhouse. Dr. McCall Kurlander is the lead on that. So reach out and touch base with me and I can continue the dialogue, but there's just a lot of different strands that you can learn about education and continue to learn what's of interest to you as you work towards earning the minor.
Thank you, Tracy. Also, we have another question. Is there anything more specific to special education?
We do offer a 2-unit course, Ed 115. A lot of human development folks take that as a restrictive elective. That's our signature course on working with typical and atypical or neurodevelopment diversity. I'm a mom of a wonderful kiddo on the autism spectrum. He's made me a better person. So I'm really, and I used to work in special ed long before I was a mom. So I'm learning to use different labels and information. But you'll find in our program and in our courses, special ed's going to be spoken about. We don't offer a special ed credential, Sac State does, as well as other schools, but we definitely talk about it also in our credential program and work really hard to make sure our credential students know how to engage with all different types of learners. But special ed teachers are the bomb.
Thank you, Tracy. That's a very special part of education to my heart as well. And so one of the things that I've done since I've been the internship coordinator for human development is build partnerships with special education teachers. And for any students out there who maybe you want to pursue the education minor, maybe you're not really sure, but you want the field experience in a special ed setting, you can talk to me or Tracy and we can hopefully connect you. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you so much. And again, welcome and have a great day. Have a great quarter.
Thank you so much to all our guests for joining us. So the education minor information actually can be applied to just about any minor. She mentioned EDU 192 internship, 198 research. So in every major program, there's internship and research opportunities. And the process to how you apply to a minor is it's the same across all the programs on campus. So if you're considering that even in sociology, psychology, political science, Chicano studies, whatever suits your interest and your career goals. There's a lot you can take away from Tracy's presentation, even though if education does not pertain to you. So now this is all thank you so much. So this is all the information we are presenting to you. If you have any questions for our peer advisors or our advising staff, anything about anything at all, please feel free to send them out in the chat. If we don't have anything, we'll be concluding our morning session. There will be an afternoon session at 2 p.m. This time, you will be seeing and meeting your professors. So human development majors and community and regional development majors will be meeting in different separate Zooms. I will be sending the Zoom links to that time. Right now, CRD students. So keep a lookout in the chat. I'm sending the link to the CRD session now. So please go to that link, CRD students at 2, where you will be meeting with your professors. Oh, we have some questions coming in. Okay, are there any group chats, social media, Loop, etc., or Facebook groups? There is not one that the advising staff has began. So if any of the students want to get together and start a social group, please feel free to do so. Anywhere, Facebook, Discord, wherever you'd like. But we do have a human development club that you will hear about in the afternoon session. So for human development majors, you will return to this same Zoom link at 2 to meet your professors and hear about the HDE club. Can we confirm that everyone got it with the thumbs up or a reaction? So you know where you're going at 2 p.m. to meet with your professors? Okay. So I sent links again, in case you missed it, you turn around. I sent links to the 2 p.m. session for CRD and HDE. You will be meeting in separate Zoom meetings to meet with your professors and some additional information. So those interested in health professions advising will also be there for human development majors. I saw a lot of students wanting to go into health and counseling. So please make sure to make it to the Zoom at 2 p.m. You can return to the same link that you came this morning for human development majors and CRD. Again, I'm sending the link just so that you don't miss anything. Okay, final words. Any questions? If not, you're free to go.
I wanted to add one little announcement.
Okay.
We don't have CRD club, but HDE club is going to have a lot of different fun activities, and they will be contacting our peer advisor, Emily, and she will send the link or the Zoom meeting to CRD students so they would be able to join HDE club. Let's just keep our students all together, participated in all those fun things. So yeah, there is something that you would be able to do as a CRD major in collaboration with our HDE students. And once again, thank you so much for coming to this morning orientation session. So take your time, rest a little bit, have your lunch, and we hope to hear you in the afternoon and to see you in the afternoon. That will be a really fun session. You will meet the faculty and you will be able to talk to them about what they do, how you can be involved in their research or different other projects. All right, thank you very much.